Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Chaos to Calm Budgets. This is my channel where I am documenting our debt-free journey through budgeting and cash stuffing. I hope everyone's had a good week. I debated whether I wanted to record this video or not, but I felt like I needed to get back on track, get back to really planning out what's going on and just getting sorted again. I've had a really tragic week. Last Monday, my father experienced a significant heart attack or arrhythmia, and sadly hasn't recovered. And we've had to say goodbye. He wasn't particularly old, so this was not expected, and he'll be greatly missed. So yeah, I've had a really tough week, probably the hardest week of my life. We've actually had to use, what I've decided to use is my emergency fund, because the time spent in the hospital, paying for, coffees and food while you're there sort of thing, it obviously wasn't planned. And I think these are the circumstances where you would dip into an emergency fund to look at that. So I'm just going to use this video to kind of balance my books and just get back on track really, because I've got to get some sense of normality at some point, but I'm going to take each day as it comes. I'm worried about my mom, I'm worried about my family as in general, my children, but yeah, we'll just keep taking each day as it comes. And we'll go from there. Okay, let's get to the cash stuffing and all that jazz. So what I've done is I've spent this morning just kind of reviewing where I'm at with everything. I hope that's in view, and going through what's gone out of our account, what's due to go out, having a look at any shortfalls in places just to try and kind of balance everything up. I've gone through our expenses, and I've, highlighted where the hospital money was spent, and I've accounted for that as well. And I've also started to just, as of the dates, just work out, this is my current shortfall in our joint account, and looking at where we're at. We are overspent on food for the month, and we've still got one more week to go really before payday, so we'll need to account for some of that, and just general spends, miscellaneous spends as well is quite significantly high this month. But I think for now I'll do all of the kind of overview of where we're at the end of the month when we cash stuff for the following month. I just want to get back on track for today, really, with where we are at with everything. So what I'm going to do is review our weekly folder, where all the kids' kind of activities monies go out. If there's any sort of money that we don't need in there, I can put into other things. I'll just put this to one side for now. So what have we got to go? No more haircuts for this month. That's building nicely for when I have my big hair cut, i.e. with all the highlights and things, which is always expensive. We've got 20, 40, 60, 70, 75 in there. Yeah, that would make sense because 105 was the total for May, and £30 was spent on my husband's and my son's barbers for this month. Right, football. He has got, let's just get my book back out again. My little man has got football. We are here this week, so he's got 5, 10. Saturdays are 10, so that's 20, 25 there, 30, and then we get paid there. So he needs £30. It looks like there's £30 in there to go. Yeah, there is. Perfect. That adds up. That's good to go. Kickboxing for my daughter. Now, she doesn't have kickboxing this week. It's been cancelled, so I know that won't be needed. But then she'll have kickboxing next week before we do the cash stuffing at the end of the month, because we cashed off on a Friday. So £5 can go out of there. So yeah, £5 is there. Okay, that can go towards what we need to put in for things. 2 weeks worth of guides. Yep, that would make sense. Oh no, 1 week, because she's got half term and that's a bank holiday, so they won't do guides that week. So we're £1 up on that, so I can take that out for her tuck money. So she only actually needs £1 in there, so I'll take that out. Nothing in nails, that's already been spent. Nothing in food, I put that in, spent on credit already. Fuel, put that in, spent on credit, and all the fun, and also family fun as well, I've taken out and put in, spent on credit, because I took my daughter and myself to Primark. We well overspent really, but it was a really valuable trip and we had good fun, and it was a good experience for my daughter who's struggling with sort of her body confidence. So it was nice to do some shopping and getting her sort of feeling confident in clothes and trying on clothes and things. So this is all the spent on credit money. So there's some change there. I'm not quite sure where it's all come from. I think maybe from my nails. But that's £5 in coins there. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, and then the £5 there, so it's 10 there really. There and there. We'll just pop that there for now. Spent on credit, that will go into the bank account. Don't think there's anything spare there. No. Okay, lovely. So I'll pull that back out in a second. I'm just going to look at and review what we've got coming up this week. So this is our final week before payday. Is it our final week? Yeah, it's our final food shop before payday. So yeah, 2 events with half term, and we had a family party. I'm not going to go to that family party now. That's from my husband's side. I will encourage him to go though, and spend some time with his family. It's all in aid of his uncle who lives in Australia is visiting at the moment in England. So he's spending some time with the family at the moment. So they're having a big family gathering. And we were both going to go. Our kids were going to go to my sister-in-law's for the evening, because they wouldn't have had fun there. It's all adults and whatnot. No other children are going to go. So that was what was the plan. But I don't think we're going to do that anymore. I will probably give my husband £20 for that, because he'll probably drive and just drink soft drinks anyway. So we'll change that up. And then half term, I might keep that now in £50. It's unlikely that I'm going to go back to work anytime soon. And the kids will be off for half term, probably driving me crazy. So I think it will be £70 needed for fun, and our usual, we put 150, but it's probably going to be about 130. I'm going to try and stick to 130. So that will be, can't do maths off the top of my head right now, 130 plus the 70, yeah, 200. So I'm going to cash stuff 200 today for the week coming up. Okay, let's see what's left in here, and then the rest I'm just going to put in to be cover the shortfall in our joint account at the moment, and to cover our Amex credit card. So I just need to, but I need 210, so I'm going to swap out them and put 20 there. There we go. Because I'm going to need 130 and 70. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20 and 30. Put that to one side there, and then 70, 20, 40, 60 and 70. That's my work laptop that's pinging. I desperately need to get on there and put it to sleep, basically, because I'm not looking at it anytime soon. Right, so the rest, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1 and 25. I'm going to add into here because that's all going to go into the bank. There. Right, let's get the folder back out again and put it into the relevant wallets. So, fun, 70. Is that there? Yeah. And then food, groceries, isn't it? Just double checking that's the right one. Yeah, 130. Try and get some batch cooking done while I'm off this week. So there we go. That's that for the week. This can go away. Let's just do the final count up of what needs to go into the bank. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3, 320, 325, 330, 335 to go into the bank. I'll just put that there. There is a shortfall of, I need to get into the, did I say 335? Oh gosh, what am I doing? Right, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3. Let's keep that to one side because I know that's definitely 300 there. And then 20, yeah, 335. And I've got £118.18 to put into the bank. So 335 minus £118.18. So 216.82 to pay on the credit card. I'm just going to make a note of that somewhere. So when I go and do it, I'll make sure I pay that 82. And then in terms of the emergency fund spending, because it sits in the same account as my pound challenge that I put in there every week. Here, there we go. What I'm going to do is not put any money into the emergency fund from the pound challenge, sorry, and kind of just take it from the emergency fund because it's all in the same account. So I'm going to mark off 3 weeks, but when it comes to week 22, there will be £10.38 that I'll need to put in, and then that will cover the whole of the emergency spending done, and still keeping on track on my pound challenge. I hope that kind of makes sense to everyone. It does make sense in my mind. I've probably not explained it very well, but I will colour all these in so at least I know what I'm doing, and I'll put the dates and I'll forward date it as well. Green for this one. Colouring clearly is not my forte. Oh, the blue's running out. Oh no, it's probably just got caught on something. There we go. Done. Right. Today's date is the 19th. That would have been for last week, but we'll go with it anyway. 19th of the 5th. 25, and then this will be this Friday, so the date for this Friday is the 23rd. There we go, and then the following Friday is going to be the 30th. So I know when I come to the 30th, I need to make sure that I'm putting in the £10.38, and then I know that that's all covered then. Okay, put that back in there. And that is me done, I think, for today. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope everyone has a good week. I'm going to treat this week of just getting back on track, and then I'll review the end of the month and that's sort of where we're at spends wise. It has been a very spendy month. A few sort of lessons that I'm learning, things that I need to start preparing for a bit better. But we'll do that in a full end of month review. Have a good week, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.